I was born in 1957 in Hereford, and my mother was the daughter of a farmer, and my father was a sailor, or an ex-sailor. Very shortly after I was born, they moved up to Chester, and my mother had the belief that if you picked up a crying baby, then you would spoil it. So when I cried, instead of picking me up, she would put me in a pram on the metal staircase outside the flat. Of course I was too young to know anything about it then, but I'm quite certain that that had an effect of abandonment to me. I realised as an adult that my mother must have been suffering from what's it called? It's after you've given birth and you get depression. Well, she moved back home to live at the farm in Herefordshire with my granny and granddad and her younger sister. And I was such a fretful baby that I used to cry an awful lot. And so deliberately to make sure that I was quiet, I don't know whether it was my granny, no, not my granny, my auntie or my granddad, but one of them taught me how to suck my thumb, and the other one taught me how to twiddle my hair. And so when I get tired, I still suck my thumb and I still twiddle my hair. That was ingrained into me when I was a very tiny little baby, so I doubt that that'll ever disappear. I do realise that living back there, my mother got a lot of support from my granny and granddad, and I remember all the way through my childhood, I think most days granny and granddad used to come down to visit my mum. I think she must have been finding it quite difficult. In addition to that, she was, as I say, the daughter of a farmer, and both of her sisters married farmers, and so they remained in the farming community. She was the only one of the daughters who didn't do that, which meant that she had a tremendous amount of things that she had to prove, really. And when she was a child herself, she had passed the 11 plus to go to grammar school. However, because I suppose money was short, I'm not really sure, her older brother had also passed the 11 plus to go to grammar school, and my granddad felt that it was justified to pay for the uniform for my uncle to go, but not so for my mother to go, and so she didn't. She was utterly determined to make absolutely certain that I would get to go to get the best of advantages that she didn't get. And so she did absolutely everything in her power to make certain that I got elocution lessons and ballet lessons and piano lessons and so on, and to ensure that she had sufficient money to enable me to do that, she would go and pick potatoes on her sister's farm, and me and my little sister would be placed in a warm blanket at the edge of the field, where we would sit and wait for her to finish. I know that she did her absolute best for me. However, there were many occasions when I felt that I didn't have any free time. I was always doing classes, I was always doing lessons, and I will tell you a little bit more about that tomorrow.